You wake up on Christmas 2016 ready to play some Roblox, but something feels different. You see a game that lets you catch up to 700 Pokemon, challenge gyms, trade with friends, and catch legendary creatures. Welcome to Pokemon Brick Bronze, the game that took Roblox by storm until it suddenly vanished overnight. Pokemon Brick Bronze was originally developed by a group on Roblox known as Brick Bronze version, led by Lando 64,000. Now sadly, I couldn't find anything about why they made the game or the background of the developers, but all we know here is that Lando made a ton of games before making Pokemon Brick Bronze. The experience itself was created around October 2015, and the demo of the game released just a few days later on October 24th, 2015, where you could play the game's normal mode in the world of Roya, as it was called. After the release of the demo, PBB slowly started building its community. It mostly appealed to Roblox users who wanted a deep free Pokemon game to play on Roblox. And just like that, the game slowly developed a loyal fanbase that was obsessed with Lando's creation. Over time, Lando and his team added more features to the game and eventually also expanded the whole map, making it look like a real Pokemon game, but in Roblox. The community went crazy over stuff like Pokemon, items, gyms, legendaries, the trading resort, and the Battle Coliseum. A few major updates were the new areas and new quests they added to the game, like Iridia City and Anthean City. They both got each gym, 4th and 5th gym, which continued the storyline in PvP. And now one of the breaking points for the community might have been the Marshadow quest, which was released on Crescent Island, which was also only available for a limited time. Now the game was taking over the peak of Roblox, pulling tens of thousands of players, which today might be the bare minimum, but back in early Roblox it used to make generational changes for games. If you thought now that the community was strong enough, you'll be completely wrong, because on November 17th, 2017, the randomizer mode was added to the game, and this strengthened the community even more than before. For those of you who don't know what the randomizer mode is, it's basically a mode where every Pokemon you encounter could be any Pokemon from around the whole map and the whole game. So for instance, you could encounter a Mewtwo in the first city if you were lucky enough. You even got to choose a randomized starter, which again could be any Pokemon from the whole game, including evolutions. Now, people started trading, making more interactions with each other in the community, and there started coming up content creators ready to do randomizer challenges and walkthroughs. But obviously, with every good game, there's always something bad coming for it. And yes, you guessed it, because on April 2018, the official Pokemon Brick Bronze experience was removed from Roblox. Now, according to the Roblox wiki, it said that the Roblox game got a DMCA claim, which, if you don't know, is basically a formal request by a copyright owner to remove the content that was made, which in this case was to remove Pokemon Brick Bronze, stated by the Pokemon Company. The reason for the whole situation is because PBB was using the names of the Pokemon, their assets, and apparently even their characters too, which doesn't really make sense since Pokemon Brick Bronze made their completely own world and their own characters. After the fall of PvP, a lot of re-releases and copies were made, but also taken down later in the process. Lando was obviously in a bad situation and decided to pivot his work from PvP to something similar instead. Now, the Brick Bronze version group was turned into Llama Train Studio, where Lando's next game was made. Welcome to Lumia Legacy, a massive adventure RPG on Roblox where players can explore a vast world filled with mysterious creatures known as Lumians. Each Lumian has unique abilities, types, and evolutions, and it's up to the player to capture, train, and battle with them. The game features a full storyline, challenging battles, and a detailed world with multiple towns, routes, and puzzles to discover. Now, Lumia Legacy was made on July 2019, and today has around 900 million visits. It had the exact same type of mechanics like PvP, like the trading resort, the Battle Coliseum, and even the storyline. But as said, there's always problems with big games. But this time, it was about the game not being updated enough. It was just left in the dust, unlike Pokemon Brick Bronze, which was updated frequently and almost every single week. Now, here are some of my thoughts on what could have happened. Lando might have gone into some sort of retirement, or for all we know, he could be in the background of some upcoming games. Obviously, this might be unlikely true, but there are always possibilities, as he's seen as one of the best developers in history, creating something that the Pokemon community will never forget. The least we can hope for is that he is feeling well. Now, here comes my personal opinions about PvP. I found this Reddit post from around a year ago, where people were still talking about the game till this day, and this just got me thinking, there's actually so many people playing this game, which makes it even worse because it got removed before it could make a generational run on Roblox. It was clearly on the upcoming, but obviously it had to be ruined by Nintendo being jealous over Roblox having it better than the actual Pokemon games. Which, to be honest, is just a loser move by them, I can't lie. All I'm saying is that it for sure left a scar on the Pokemon community to put down a game that was actually good compared to the most popular games today. Like, I mean, today we got fucking Grow a Garden and Steal a Brainrot, and then we got 6-7 on the rise of Roblox. Yeah, no, I have a lot of questions to the people making these games, I can't lie. Like, what the fuck are people doing? I feel like there's actually hope to make something similar like PvP again, but until then, it has left us a memorable time of our lives. Thank you so much for watching. Now that you know everything about PvP, make sure you watch this video instead, where I talk about Brookhaven and how it almost became the biggest game on Roblox.